Welcome to Modern Management of the Older Adult, brought to you by the Institute of Clinical Excellence. Folks, welcome to the MMOA podcast brought to you by the Institute of Clinical Excellence. My name is Dustin Jones, one of the lead faculty within the Older Adult Division, and we're doing a Q&A today. I wanted to address a student question that I think could be helpful for other people that are trying to build kind of an older adult fitness class or community or a whole new business. All right, so Sarah Slattery, thank you, Sarah, for asking this question. She asked it inside our ICE Physio app within our MMOA community, and she said, can I ask those who run senior fitness classes, how do you stratify patients for classes of different abilities? Do you use functional benchmarks or outcome measures? And this is a really good question. This is something that you're going to run into if you do start a program focused on older adults, is you're going to have a wide array of functional ability, cognitive ability, that's going to require you to have some boundaries of who can come into this class, who it's appropriate for, who is it not appropriate for. I'll share kind of how we've gone through this at Stronger Life, which is a gym for folks over 55 in Lexington, Kentucky. We've learned this really the hard way, and we're still figuring it out. But at first, when we started, it was a free month, come one, come all. And it was me and Jeff Musgrave, so two coaches for about 20 people, the whole month, that a wide array of ability showed up, physically and cognitively as well. And it became very apparent that the bigger, the more variability that we saw in class, the more challenging it became to coach it, but then also really impacted the experience of others as well. And so we started to learn, okay, this type of person, this type of situation is not appropriate for this group class. And at the time, we weren't offering a different type of class, so we told some people, hey, this isn't a good spot for you. I think, this place over here may be better suited. And then as we've grown, we've created other categories of classes, and we've become more clear on who is appropriate and who's not. Now, Sarah asked, do you use functional benchmarks or outcome measures? We started with that. I think it can be very effective to get a good idea and a good range of, maybe sit to stands, gait speed, floor transfers, based on what you're going to be doing in class. I think it can be helpful to get an objective view of how that person is functioning. But a big but is that really starts to break down at scale. So if you're running a group-based program and really trying to grow a community to a substantial number, that becomes very, very challenging to do when you've got dozens upon dozens upon dozens of folks that are trying to enter your class. One thing that we've learned is that we want to remove and reduce the barriers to exercise and movement. That many of these people that are knocking on the door to exercise and join this community, they have already had so many barriers put up in front of them, right? The general advice of consult your physician before you pick up a new fitness routine. The PT that spoke some very intimidating words of you should avoid this, or you need to watch out about this injury, or you'll get hurt, X, Y, and Z. There's so much fear, there's so much baggage that we are trying to break down those barriers and get these people moving as quickly as possible. As quickly as possible. That is the goal for us. So we're shortening the time between them expressing interest and them coming into the doors so they can experience what we offer, but then also the community, the environment, the vibe, the culture, all the things that we know that are so transformational for these individuals. So we started off with doing functional outcome measures, benchmark workouts, got really helpful objective data, but I don't think it was as effective. To now, we are literally talking to people over the phone. We have an idea of if someone, can walk for 30 minutes straight, for example, then they're probably going to be good for this particular class. Or if they're able to get to and from the ground with the use of furniture, then we know they can handle this particular class over here. So it's a phone conversation or a one-on-one conversation with that person if they come in for a tour. You could also use some type of form on a website that you ask those questions. If this, then this class will be appropriate for you. So we've really kind of gotten away from kind of our traditional kind of, I would say, PT eval mindset of we got to collect this data that in a a community, a fitness-based community where we're really trying to reduce barriers, that kind of adds some barriers and adds some time. When time is of the essence, as people want to make a decision, they're very interested. Let's get them in as quickly as we can. And we found having that phone conversation to be pretty effective for that. So that's our take. That's how we've come across this at Strong Life. If you have your thoughts, opinions, let me know. But I definitely think benchmark workouts and outcome measures are helpful. They can have its place, but it really starts to become quite a clunky system once you start to get bigger. Especially if you're getting bigger relatively quickly, it can be difficult to keep up with that. So let me know your thoughts. Appreciate the question, Sarah. Once again, she asked that inside the Ice Physio app. If you have questions for us, for any of the MOA faculty, get inside the app. You can download, just search Ice Physio. You can get in that app, and we have our MOA community space where you can ask these questions, and we'll hop on the horn and give our best opinion or the latest research, whatever we have available to hopefully address your question. All right, appreciate y'all. Talk to you soon. Thank you for listening to the MMOA podcast. If you found this helpful, please share with someone that could benefit. And if you're looking for more practical content to help you better serve older adults, head over to www.mmoa.online, where you can learn more about our free resources, our community, continuing education courses, and our certification. Once again, that's www.mmoa.online. Thanks for listening.